Hey guys, what's up? It's your boy Ali. I have a very exciting video for you today. Welcome to the first of many of my music theory series. So, music theory is a really broad topic, so we're gonna take it really slow, starting with notes. But before we get into notes, let's talk about the definition of music theory. What is music theory? Music theory is the language behind music. Music theory gives us the tools that we need in order to interpret, understand, and communicate in music. Everyone watching this video has obviously mastered their home language. It helps you communicate and it helps you connect with your family and friends. Music theory basically does that exact same thing, but for music. So once you learn about the notes and the scales and the key and all that other stuff, you can use it effectively without even thinking about it, just like talking. I know music theory can seem frustrating at times because it's such a broad topic, but over time, if you keep learning and using these skills, it'll be second nature to you, just like speaking your home language. You'll be able to connect and do it just like without even thinking about it. One of the cool things about music theory is it's kind of like, let's say, for our languages that we have learned to communicate with people, if we ever find like a complex word that we don't know what it means, there's obvious framework and structures to language that we know that we can use to basically unscramble the mystery, and then we can use that word and add it into our vocabulary. Same thing with music theory. Music theory basically gives you the framework that you need to be able to solve the more complex parts of music and to be able to use the tools that you've gotten from that complexity and put it into your own arsenal for your own creations. This is why it's really important to start at the very beginning with notes. What are notes? Let's start with sounds. Sounds are vibrations that are detected by our ears. And our ears and our brain are very good at interpreting these vibrations. Basically, if something vibrates at a consistent level and it is very fast, we get a high pitch. If it is very slow, we get a low pitch. When these vibrations are consistent, we get a specific pitch or note. When a string on a guitar or a piano, for instance, is struck, the string vibrates back and forth at 110 times per second, creating a frequency that sends out a wave that eventually reaches our ears. We can interpret these frequencies as notes. This frequency chart shows how the same note A vibrates and creates different pitches at different frequency ranges. In fact, a new study suggests that certain frequencies from music may literally stimulate and please our neurons. There's only 12 notes to learn. So, there's only 12 notes to learn. However, with flats and sharps, I guess you could say there's more than 12 notes to learn, maybe even 36 or more. Bruh. However, these notes are actually really easy to learn with some practice. We've given these notes certain names so we know what they are, and they're all based on the layout of a piano. As you can see here, all the white notes are C to B, and all the black notes represent flats and sharps. If you go from a white key to a black key, it makes a sharp. However, if you go from the opposite way, it makes a flat. As you can see and hear from this video, moving up a key makes it sound sharp, while moving down a key to the black keys makes it sound flat. In these cases, moving from that same note, which is a C, up would consider the black key a C sharp. However, starting on the D, which is in front of the black key, and moving down to the black key would make that same black key, instead of a C sharp, it would make it a D flat. Really interesting thing about these notes is that they actually repeat themselves throughout a fretboard or throughout the layout on the keyboard. As you can see here, just like that chart I showed you earlier, the note repeats, but at different frequencies. The crazy thing about this note being all over the keyboard is that your brain can actually tell whether the frequency is vibrating faster or slower. For example, if I push this note here, and then this note over here, it's the same, but one's higher and one's lower. It's crazy! By the way, the length from my thumb to pinky is called an octave. And the increments between each note and each black key is called a half tone or a half step, while the increment from white key to white key is considered a whole step or a whole tone. Well, that's all I have for you for today, guys. If you liked the video, don't forget to like and subscribe, and stay tuned for part 2 of Music Theory Notes. See ya.